You're listening to short inspirations from Ralph. Learning to Grow Up, Part 4. In looking at James Fowler's stages of faith, the first one, unordered, is fascinating because that's the baby stage. And when a person is a baby, everything is new. Little newborns don't really know much about the world around them except that they have this zest and this enthusiasm for life, and they take their first breath. They are on that great journey to grow and discover more. When we are spiritual newborns, then the Bible talks about us being born again. So we were born once naturally, but spiritually we're born again. That's in John 3. Paul talks about becoming a new creature or a new creation. The old gone and the new has come. But as we know, both naturally and spiritually, when we are new babies, we need everything done for us. In the natural, we need our nappies changed. We need sleep times. We need the correct type of food. We need to be entertained to a certain degree. And here's the point. A newborn thinks the world revolves around them. And that can also be the case spiritually. There is a great emphasis at that point of getting everything that you want. And actually, that's quite natural, naturally and spiritually. But then gradually there comes this intuitive realization that the world doesn't revolve around them, that there are others in the world. And so the things that they would need to deal with as they grow through the baby's childhood stage is self-centeredness and childishness start to hopefully drop off. But simplicity of faith and childlikeness is very important to retain. For a young child, parents need to guide them and to direct them and to even discipline them so that they realize that there is such a thing as not getting everything they want. And I'm a great believer of parents bringing firm boundaries to their children so that they are not afraid of saying no to them, because that has implications later in life. If the child gets everything they want and is spoilt, then there can be little respect for authority, and so they would have problems coming up against teachers and the law and employers because they don't always get what they want, like the song says. And to me, it's sad to see the rise of narcissism in our world, where people are only concerned with themselves and not others. And that's a struggle that many people can go through. And spiritually speaking, I look at it as a switch that we all have inside. And when we start off, it's all me, 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 me. But the switch at some point needs to be activated to others, others, others. The other observation that I've got is that babies have toys, which is great. But when it comes to being a spiritual baby, sometimes there are toys that a person has that are destructive to them. Things like addictions, things like a whole stream of broken relationships, anger, love of money, for example. And so there needs to be assistance by people with the newborn spiritual person to throw those things out of the cot, because they are destructive and hurt the person, but also others around them. A lot of the New Testament teaching, by the way, is to do with dealing with attitudes. And Paul talks about this. Listen to this. Philippians 2 verse 3 to 11, around that area. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. There it is. Not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. In your relationships with one another, have the same attitude as Christ Jesus. And so on this great journey that we start, we become people who are increasingly humble rather than arrogant or proud. God bless you.